What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video over here on the second channel. Before this video starts, drop a like down below, and if you aren't new, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Just want to let you guys know that I do have an Octo expansion giveaway going on right now on the channel, going for about a little less than under a month now. So if you guys are new and have not entered that, there'll be a link to that at the end of this video, hopefully, or in the description, one of those two. You guys can check that out. It's 100% free to enter. You guys have a chance of winning a copy of Octo expansion. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys, going over, I'm not going to say it 100%, but a high possibility that SplatFest is rigged. Now, this is a video I've been wanting to make for a long time. It's probably one of my videos for at least Splatoon as well. That's probably going to get a decent amount of hate because everybody loves SplatFest, and I don't know, I always get a shitload of hate for saying that the SplatFest is rigged. But this SplatFest, guys, this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles SplatFest was a corporate SplatFest just because it was sponsored, which was stated a number of times already. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually paid Nintendo to actually host a SplatFest for Splatoon for the Ninja Turtles. So it was a sponsored SplatFest, and I think Japan also has a sponsored I keep saying SplatFest. SplatFest for Hello Kitty or Cinnabon or something over in Japan as well, so they also have one. Now this actually just wrapped up over the weekend. The results, I actually kept track very well of my win-loss ratio during this. I also kept track of my league power, or my power, during all these Splatfests, just to make this video and have more evidence for this video on why SplatFest is more than likely, I'm not going to say 100% rigged, but more than likely predetermined winners, no matter how well you play or how well the popularity or whatever the stats are. This year is actually the results for Mikey versus Donnie. I was actually Team Mikey, which we're going to come back to this one real quick. I'm going to go down here and actually round 2. Here's round 1. Now round 1 was a 50-50. Round 1 really didn't say much about this whole Splatfest. This actually was a tournament Splatfest as well, which I think is the first time ever they did it, at least for Splatoon 2. Notice how Leo has 57%. It's always popularity and solo and team that seem to like win one side. It's never a combination, for at least this entire Splatfest, of popularity and one winning for either team or solo. It's always one side wins popularity, and it's always one side wins solo and team effort. The numbers may be different, but the stats on both sides do not change, which also supports my reasoning by why these Splatfests were 100% rigged and 100% predetermined winners. Now, Team Pearl was actually Raph. I actually chose Raph, and I actually did win this one. I did really good. My first Splatfest, and this actually was my best Splatfest performance ever. I actually got I think it was a 2350, I think, for my overall power. And I think I only had like 6 or 7 losses, I think it was. I'm gonna pull up my ratio on my phone right now, just so I'm correct. Yeah, I had a total of 8 losses, so only 8 losses, and I did 100% solo. So solo did win for Raph and team, I guess. I never did team for any of these Splatfests, unfortunately. I played solo, so don't have enough. I don't really have anything to say about team, so that part's going to be a little bit shaky there, just because I did not play any team during this Splatfest. I did all solo. The main reason why I did not play team is because I did not have time. The only time I really played solo, I had like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and stuff like that, just because I have work and I have a lot of IRL stuff going on during these Splatfests. I also want to state as well, at this point, does anybody really give a shit about Splatfest? Honestly, does anybody really give a shit about Splatfest apart from the sea snails? The only reason why I did this Splatfest was for the sea snails, which I really didn't even get that many. I think I got 21 sea snails for winning Raph. For the first round, I think I was on Team Mikey. For the second round, I got, I think, 19 snails when I even lost on, I think, Team Mikey for the second round. And the third round, these were all champion ranks, by the way. Raph champion, Mikey champion, and I think it was Raph champion again. These are all champions, 100%, 99 out of 99. and I think for the last one we lost, and I got even less. I think I got like 18 or 19 for the snails for the last one as well. So apart from the snails, does anyone really give a shit about Splatfest at this point? Because honestly, they're doing it so much. Splatfest is supposed to be one of those things like once a month that gets you hyped and actually gets you hyped to play some turf war and root for your team and support your team. At this point, I'm not even hyped for Splatfest because they do it so much and so constantly, and that was even more stated with this this entire Splatfest tournament. You had 3 weeks out of the month of May that were 100% consumed, or 3 weekends. I wouldn't say weeks. 3 weekends that were 100% consumed with Splatfest. So it's pretty much one of those things that really takes the hype away from Splatfest. It makes it less special, in my opinion. I don't. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. But at least for me, it makes Splatfest a lot less special. So this is the first round results. We got Leo popularity, at least one with popularity. I don't know. Most of the people I even knew didn't even go with Leo. I'm not quite sure how Leo even won popularity. If it was up to me, or at least how I thought it should go, I think Ralph pretty much destroyed Leo, pretty much everything, even with popularity. I think it would have been a 3-0 here, but they have never did a 3-0 ever for Splatfest, which is unfortunate. I don't know how that is. You think that sometimes there'd be a full landslide on one side. I think it was at least recently that they haven't did that. I'm not quite sure if for every Splatfest ever they did that, but for at least the ones I've played, they've never did that. Apologize for the cut, but now we're back. Now right here, this is actually the second round of the Splatfest. We have Mikey, which was the team I was on. Mikey, I do agree, won popularity. Most people I did know actually did pick Mikey. However, Donnie winning solo is something I do not agree with. I actually think Mikey should have won this one as well. I went, I think I was 2300 power for Mikey, and I had, I'm gonna look right now, I had only 11 losses out of like, I don't know, I played a lot. I played like pretty much most of Saturday, and I think 3 hours on Friday, Friday night. So I don't know, I really don't agree with solo on this one. Donnie did not win. Every match I kicked Donnie's ass. Don't you think it's a little bit suspicious as well, as they have Pearl right here? If they would have Pearl getting a landslide victory in this one as well, there would be no point in having a final round, right? So they have to have Mary win here as well, or Marina. I said Mary, Marina. Marina here win as well, just so they can have a final round. So it's a bit suspicious there. I 100% think this actually was kind of rigged and 100% predetermined. Not that I really care, but just want to state it. Which also supports my fact as well that Splatfest is more likely, or at least this Splatfest, or most Splatfests are predetermined wins and losses. So I think Pearl should have won here. I think the reason why they gave it to Marina is if Pearl had let 2 victories and Raph and Mikey won, there would be no point in having a final round unless Marina chose her own side, which is something that they're not going to do. So again, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Now we're going to go to the finals. This is actually the official Splatoon website as well, if you guys want to check it out in there. Here's the finals, which were actually this weekend. The results are in. A bit disappointed at this as well. Again, Team Ralph. This actually was my highest league power, I think, or I think it was higher than the second round. I had like 20. I think it was like 13 or not 13, 23. 2310 or 2320, something like that, I think it was. And I only had, let's see, I'm looking right now. I had 14 losses, and I played, I think, at least 6 hours of this Splatfest. So 6 hours straight. I played 4 hours Friday night. I think actually more than 6 hours. I played 4 hours Friday night, and I think 3 or 4 hours on Saturday, so like 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours total. I was playing solo as well. Solo absolutely destroyed Donnie again for this as well, for Team Raph. Team Raph did win popularity. Most people I did know were actually going for Team Raph again. Team's the only one I'm not 100% sure on, just because teams I knew Well, Ralph, I didn't really know any Donnie teams, so I'm not quite sure how Donnie did for team-wise. But I think solo-wise, we 100% kicked Donnie's ass, and how we lost is beyond me. Again, to give Marina the kind of the pity win here, honestly. It all goes back to the second round. If the second round, again, was 100% predetermined, just because if Marina did not win the second round, there would be 2 Pearl wins in the final round. It would be Ralph and Mikey in the last round. And if that was the case, Marina would have to choose one of Pearl's teams, which is something that they would not do. So, again, and notice how it's always popularity. One team has the popularity, and one team has the solo wins and the team wins. Wouldn't you think for at least one of these matches, or one of these bouts versus team, it would be different? It would be one popularity, one solo wins, one team win, or vice versa. Don't you think it's a little bit suspicious that they are all at least one team winning both solo and team, and one winning popularity only? I don't know, guys. Again, not really to hate on SplatFests, but this is something I wanted to make a video on like a long time. It was probably other people I don't know this as well, just because SplatFests are kind of bullshit. Again, like I said, everyone don't give a shit about this SplatFest, but I just want to make a video on it. Please don't hate. Please do not hate. I just wanted to make this video for a long time now. I don't care if you like SplatFest. You know, if you still like SplatFest, you don't think it's predetermined, you think otherwise, then I mean, you do you, I'll do me. Alright, so but anyways, if you guys did enjoy this and you guys want more videos like this in the future, hopefully I stated my case, at least why I think this was predetermined SplatFest, or at least this specific tournament was. I'm not saying all SplatFests are rigged, but most of them more than likely are predetermined winners for each side. I think Pearl has the most wins right now out of all SplatFests. I think Marina's just starting to catch up. So, apart from that, yeah, if you guys are new, drop a like, and if you are new, subscribe. Check out the Octo Expansion giveaway, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace.